Hi guys, welcome to No Junk Talk, taking your mindset, energy, soul and health to the next level. This is your boy Hussein, and today we're talking about part 2, how to use shadow work and mindfulness to lose weight. Alright, I've already done part 1 where we explored a lot of things. I suggest you go and check out part 1 if you haven't checked it out already, okay? Also, I just want to mention you want to check out Till Swan's videos on obesity and relationship with food. She talks wicked, great stuff in there. I suggest you check it out. And big up Till, yeah? Big shout out to Till. She's amazing. So in this video, we're going to talk about further things we can do in terms of shadow work and mindfulness to lose weight. All right, further steps we can do. So we've got to address our relationship with food, okay, and our negative relationship with food. We need to address this because currently we have a bad relationship with food. If we believe that food is making us fat, if we believe certain foods are making us obese, then that is a problem, okay? And what do I mean? So, for example, if we have fear that when we consume this or we consume that much of this and this much of that, you know, we're getting fat, that itself is a problematic belief, okay? In terms of the law of attraction, in terms of energy flow, that is a big, massive massive problem for us, okay, in terms of losing weight. What do I mean? So check this out. For example, say you believe that food is your enemy. When you eat too much food, you're getting fat. Now, this love and hate relationship with food is a problem because now the law of attraction works that when you fear something, when you're scared of something, when you hate something, you attract that thing more. So you're attracting more foods towards you. You're attracting more abundant volume of food towards your body, equaling possibly more fat because you believe this food's making you fat. Okay, so we need to deal with this emotional charge, this fear, this problem with food. Okay, we need to deal with this. How are we going to deal with this? It's simple. We're going to use shadow work. Okay, we're going to use shadow work and mindfulness. When we do shadow work, we're going to discharge, okay, any type of negative feeling or emotion attached to a certain food. All right. So when we have this fear that when we're about to eat, we're getting this fear. For example, we got to sit with that fear, okay, while we're eating or before we're eating, or anytime we're going towards eating. When we have these feelings, we got to check what we're thinking, and we got to think about it, okay. And if this fear comes about getting fat associated with a certain food, we got to sit with that food. We got to sit with that emotion. Just sit with it, validate it, and you'll notice soon it will discharge. And when you have discharged that emotion, then you eat. It's a different experience, okay? It's the energy interaction with that food in your body is gonna be a whole different interaction, okay? But if you eat with fear with that food will make you fat. All right, that's how the law of attraction works. Fear attracts more fear, and it manifests the thing that you're fearing. Okay, so to break that, you got to discharge that fear before eating, while eating, and when you're going towards eating. Okay, we need to stop hating food. Okay, because when we hate food, that's a negative relationship right there. So when we hate, like I said before, when we hate the food, we manifest the fear of becoming fat into a reality, okay? So to break this cycle, we need to adopt a nice relationship with food. The food ain't making us fat, I promise you, okay? The food is making us fat because of the connection we hold with and the belief that we associate with the food. That's why it's having the physical manifestation of obesity in us, and it's having the power to cause obesity in our body. Okay, so we need to think about this. One way to build up a good relationship with food is just think about doesn't matter how processed the food is. At the end of the day, it does come from natural ingredients. It's start ingredients does come from a farm somewhere, from some plant somewhere, on some fresh fuel somewhere. Think about this. Think about the crops. Think about the sunlight. Think about how this crop, this plant, this food, how it was, how it manifested in nature, how it grew in nature, how it was designed in nature, and how it started from a seed, how it took its path and became a whole plant. And from the plant, it got leaves, fruit, whatever it is, and then it was harvested. And before that, it was farmed, and then all the human contact they had before it, got into a factory, for example, or a plant, and then it was processed. All the processes that went through, all the other fresh ingredients that was added to it, and when it was brought home from the marketplace, how it was cooked, how extra other ingredients, fresh ingredients were added to it, and how it ended up in your plate. Think about the whole journey, all right? When you think of food in this way, your whole relationship, your whole connection with food changes, because you appreciate, the whole process that it's been through, okay? So, bear that in mind. Think about these things. When we're eating the food, we've got to be mindful of how we're eating the food as well. We've got to take a time, eat slowly and chew the food, and think about, like I say, the source of the food and the beauty of the food, and how in nature it was, how it underwent all these processes to get to your plate. Alright? So also, when you're eating the food from your plate, okay, chew the food and take your time in feeling your mouth and chewing the food and taking up the flavors, and also feeling your stomach. These processes of being aware of the food is so important for your body to reach satiety. Your body activates satiety when you are aware, and when the chewing process and the tasting process of the food is done correctly. So mindfulness while chewing and tasting is so important, because this activates the satiety activations in your body. All right, so very important. They full up. It's very important, like I said, it's that taste your food, and that the taste buds are activated, and you experience the food in your mouth. This all triggers the satiety mechanism in the body, which tells your brain and in your stomach that you're full up. All right, so we need to activate these things. All right, when we're sitting, when we're eating, try to have some contact with the earth. So on a minimum basis, what I mean, your legs, at least trying to keep your legs connected to the ground when you're eating, right? It's so important for grounding your energy and for the energy flow from your body, from the earth into your system, to your food, and in and out. The interaction of energy flow from your food to you and the ground, and for it to motion while you're eating in a flowing state is so important, right? I can't stress this. So we have to have some kind of connection, some kind of grounding to the earth. Okay, if you see the ancient tribes, and even like ancient tribes that are living, in natural surroundings, living their, life connected to the earth, you see how they eat. They eat on the floor. They are connected to the earth while they're eating. All right. So, I'm not telling you to go tribal and start eating on the road, on the street, with your pack lunch. No, I'm not saying to do that. If you want it, you can, by all means. But all I'm saying is, at least when you're sitting down, ground your feet. Have your feet, if you're sitting on a table, for example, have your feet touching the floor. All right. So that grounding will make the energy start to flow with your food and you, and everything's gonna be nice. Okay. Wicked. Another thing, when you're eating, the cutlery that you're using, the plate that you're using to eat, or the pack lunch, whatever container you got, try and not eat from plastic. I know it's difficult modern times, and when you're traveling, it's difficult, right? But when you can, all right, try and eat from a natural piece of material. Okay, so for example, glass plate, ceramic plate, some stone, whatever you can get your hands on, and you prepare your food in a natural pot, because the natural pot, the natural material will make the energy flow between your food and the material and into your body, and it will also create like a grounding, okay, between you, food, and the material, and it will make just the energy flow smoother and better. When you're eating your food, for example, keep all like heavy topics, heavy discussions, all these things that stress the mind, not while you're eating. You don't want to be discussing this heavy. You want to take your time, relax, be mindful of what you're eating, how you're eating, and your focus should be around just tasting the food, enjoying the food, okay? You can't be talking about heavy politics, this, that, the other, things that's gonna make you, make you a bit, not focused on the food. You need to be focused on the food. So you don't want to be talking about anything too heavy. Keep the conversations light and nice and happy, all right? The reason you got to keep it, all light and that, because your body is focusing on tasting and digesting, the blood supply, the whole system set up for you to digest and eat and enjoy your food. And if you start talking about heavy food, heavy topics, it's going to strain the body, going to strain the mental state, because when you're eating, the blood flow starts to go towards your stomach area, and in trying to help you digest and get the eating process done properly. So if you start talking about heavy stuff, there's not enough blood flow towards the brain at that point, and you're doing all this extra, bogus activities while you're trying to eat. Then it just takes the whole system out of equilibrium and just messes everything up. Okay. Another thing, you might be surprised about this one, but hear me out. And it's a deep one. It's a very, very deep one. Listen to this one. This is about being generous. Be generous with your food. Be generous as a person. Be abundant. So what I mean by that is, if you can, right, feed a homeless person once a week or once a month, whatever you can afford, whatever you means. Feed somebody. Be generous with food. Okay. What that will do, that will make the law of attraction work in your favor. Okay. Because when you start giving, the law of attraction is that you get back, okay, tenfold more. All right. So when you start giving food away to people, then the system and the flow for receiving food is cleared for you. Okay. So you start receiving abundance. When you start receiving abundance, if you have a scarcity mindset for food, and if you have had like trauma in the past of not having enough food, so that might be a reason why people sometimes can overconsume, because they got this fear of not having enough. But when you start giving, okay, when you start sharing, and when you start having an abundance mindset through the act of sharing and giving food, that clears the path, clears the negative energy, and that draws positive abundance towards you, and that will make you need less. That will help you consume less, because you don't need it, because you don't feel the need to consume more, because the abundance pathway has been open for you. You hear me? It's the law of attraction. All right. So these are all the steps, right? And if you like what I'm saying, then share, leave your comments. And if you don't like what I'm saying, still share, subscribe, and leave your comments below, yeah? All right, before I finish, I just want to make a quick announcement. Like I said before, I'm offering free CP sessions, part sessions, and free energy work as well. All right, right now it's free. Take advantage, right? Just holler at me, DM me, leave a message. And also, some people think I'm blanking them. I might not be getting your messages, okay, on Facebook, because if you haven't friended me and you send me a message, I'm not getting some of them. Some people think I'm blanking them. Promise you I ain't blanking you. If you send me a message, I will respond, okay? That's my commitment. I will do that. However, if you don't friend me, then I might not see it. So bear that in mind. Take care. One love. Peace out. I'm gone. Bye.